This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon. Oh, we deeply appreciate your sharing your precious time with us here on our program today. And we hope that you will find our topic today very enriching for you and those that you love. And hopefully you get to choose, you get to share this topic with your loved ones. I am your host today, Sister Flo Guillermo from the local congregation of Vancouver. And I'd like to just greet all of you joining us there, especially in the live chat. Thank you so much. And keep on sharing this link to your friends and loved ones that may grow and learn from this topic discussion today. So our topic discussion is growing beyond our comfort zone. And so we're going to be learning quite a lot from each other, from our panelists today, and we hope that you will be excited to learn as well. Your participation today in the live chat is not only welcome, it will be fun for all of us. So we're going to see everyone there engaging with one another. We ask that you please engage also with the questions that we'll be sharing in the live chat. And so our behind the scenes, I'd like to just say thank you to Brother Jess and Sister Jillian that are behind the scenes helping us in the live chat today. So go chat with them and that they're going to share your answers with us. Be sure to also hashtag your local congregation or your group worship service. That way we know where you're coming from and that we can see the participation from every local congregation and group worship service. Also, for those of you who are joining us from the different districts, let us know where you're from too. We'd love to know what part of the world you're joining us. And so, like I said, our topic today is growing beyond our comfort zone. And before we go into our topic discussion, I'd like to just welcome our panelists today who will also add value to what we are discussing today. And so I'd like to call on first our Sister Geraldine.
Hello po everyone. Hello, Sister Flo. My
Hi.
name is Sister Geraldine Langit from the local congregation of Vancouver. And I would like to do my greetings po. I would like to greet our Assistant Resident Minister, Brother Alberton Macalintal, and his wife, Sister Danielle Macalintal, as well as our Resident Minister, Brother Rod Reyes, and his wife, Sister Maylie Reyes, and also all the brethren in the local congregation of Oregon City and in Vancouver, as well as all the brethren in the District of Oregon. And also my personal greetings po to my parents, my Mama Liza and my Tatay Romel. They're both working, so I hope you're staying fine or staying okay. And also my sisters, my oldest sister Ate Say in Texas, and as well as my Ate Melissa in the Philippines, lokal ng Tayuman, distrito ng Maynila. I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope to see you all soon.
All right. Thanks, Sister Geraldine. Also, returning guest panelist. Also, we love having her as well. So let's call on her. Hello, sister.
Hello, everyone. Sister Janice Stella Cruz from the the group worship service of Medford here in Oregon as well. Just wanted to say hi to our resident minister who's also in charge of other locales as well, but Brother Warren, Maneha, and family. And then everyone over in Medford, Capina, and everyone, all the officers there as well. We're a small group worship service, but we all love each other.
Yes, yes. All right. So we have Sister Geraldine and Sister Janice joining us, and we'd like to encourage all of you to please stay throughout this whole program, um, and don't log off until we're waving goodbye to you. So stay with us, and so now let's go on to our topic discussion. When we make life changes, we experience growth beyond our comfort zone. This growth can lead to new opportunities, personal development, and a more fulfilling life. It's a journey that is worth taking. And so all of us go through this comfort zone and growing and all of that. But I'd like to just share that there are four layers from in this whole process. It's the comfort zone to the growth zone. And so the first zone that we're in is the comfort zone. This is where we feel safe and in control. Okay, so many of us sometimes we're there in our comfort zone. Next is the fear zone. We are affected by what others say, or we find excuses for ourselves to not move along into from our comfort zone. And there are times we lack self-confidence. So that's the fear zone. And then the next zone is the learning zone. So after we're done being scared, after we're questioning ourselves, and we're ready to learn. And so that this is where we learn to deal with the challenges and problems. We acquire different skills, sometimes skills that we refine, sometimes skills that we already know that we want to be even better at it, or even new skills. And then that's when we extend our comfort zone. And then the last is growth zone. So that's where we find our purpose, we live our dreams, we set new goals, and we realize our aspirations. And so remember, there's four growth zones. Four layers to comfort zone to growth zone. And I hope that our listeners have learned something from this already. And we just got started. And so what I'm going to do before we go on to the next segment of our program, I just wanted to say hello to our live chatters there, our team live chat, our avid listeners and viewers. So just wanted to say hello to our first honor here on our live chat. Hello to Sister Danielle Macalintal. Woohoo! She's saying hello to everyone. She is the wife of our brother Albert Macalintal, and um, here in the local congregation of Vancouver. And Sister Geraldine mentioned about Brother Albertson, who is our assistant resident minister. And so, you know what? It pays to be first in live chat. So I could announce your name first next week. So be first. We also, like I said, Brother Albertson Macalinto is here. Sister Rachel Cruz, hello. From Beaverton, Brother Warren Maneja, good afternoon po. From Resident Minister of Oregon City, Brother Glenn Barnuevo, hello po. Sister Sadie, joining us from Hillsboro. Oh, I get to see. Oh, hello, Sister Terry Morales. Manang Terry, good to see you here. She's saying, stay safe, everyone. Greetings po to their resident minister in the local congregation of Portland, Brother Jake Cruz and family. We also have Sister Lonnie. She's coming from Long Island, New York City. Woohoo! And District of New York. And good to have you here, Sister Lonnie. We have Sister Era Owen. Hello, sister. She is from Boise, Idaho. Woo! We got brethren joining us. Sister Melissa Yaneza, Sister Hera from Eugene Group Worship Service, Sister Melissa, Oregon City, Sister Lucy Ancheta from the local congregation of Charlotte, North Carolina, District of Virginia, and our resident minister, Brother Rod Reyes, as well, our CFO overseer, Sister Faye Gutierrez. From Portland, Sister Ruth Castillo. Hello, I haven't seen her for a while. Good to see you here, Sister Ruchi from Albany, Brother Benny as well, her loving husband, Sister Maria Dasmariñas. She's coming from, she hashtag Portland. Thank you for joining us, as well as Brother Nerio Kitoriano. Hello po. Our resident minister of Great Falls, Sister Morietta Miller from Medford, and Sister Karen Dasmariñas, and from Portland, and Sister Mary Jane Angeles from Hillsboro. All right, that's about it we got now, and we're gonna go back to our live chat as soon as you need to answer our questions so we can read them. All right, so we got some work for our behind the scenes helping us here. And so this part is would you rather? So um, would you rather? So our first one is, would you rather make friends with someone you don't know or stay with the same friends? So our guest panelists, would you rather make new friends or yeah, would you rather make friends with someone you don't know or stay with the same friends? You can answer me right here.
I think for sure for me, I'm kind of an introvert. I'm a little shy, so definitely it's once I warm up to people, I keep my friendships pretty long.
Okay. So would you make new friends though that you don't know? Yeah, you would? Okay. How about you, Sister Geraldine?
I think for me, I'd rather make friends with someone I don't know, because that doesn't mean I'm not friends with the people I already know. So I guess the more the merrier.
Yeah, it's good to grow that friendship circle, right? And make new friends. I love making new friends. Um, so the next one is, would you rather try a new activity with your friends, and as long as it's aligned with what we're doing here in the Church of Christ, or stay on the sidelines, like you're just gonna watch and see what goes on? What would you rather do, Sister Geraldine?
Oh, definitely, I'd rather try a new activity with my friends. I love trying new activities. It's as much as I love trying new foods, new places, new coffee shops. Well,
Oh,
so
yum.
I'd do that.
Sister Janice.
Oh, I definitely also enjoy an adventure, so I'm up
You
for
enjoy
yeah
adventures.
learning and seeing new things.
Yeah, I think so. Both already, these two questions are like going out of your comfort zone. So trying new things, right? Lastly, would you rather discover a country you have never been, never been to, or go only on staycation near home? What would you rather do, Sister Geraldine?
Again, I would rather discover a country I've never been to for like new experiences and like seeing other people's culture.
Yeah.
And I also would love to go to different countries to visit different Church of Christ house of worship.
Oh yeah, that's a great adventure. Okay, so just so letting all of you know that these are just ways that we can go out of our comfort zone and try new things. So let's see what does our live chat saying here. Let's see. We have let's see, Brother Alan Dasmariñas from Portland, Brother Danny J. Angelis from Hillsborough and St. Helens. He's the resident minister of those of local congregation of Hillsborough and St. Helens Group Worship Service. Let's see, we see Brother Armand Kadgingin. Hello, Paul, resident minister of the local congregation of Beaverton. Okay, so we had Sister Sadie. She's answering our question. The first one, she said she'd rather make friends with someone she doesn't know. Good, make new friends. Sister Sadie also wants to try things that are new, different, have different experiences. Sister Sheila Stephan from Vancouver. Wow, thank you. She loves to make new friends. Um, and she wants to, by making new friends, she's emphasizing that it's part of sharing her sharing of her faith here in the Church of Christ. So good job. Sister Morietta Miller says, visit a country she has never been to. And Sister Karen says, try new activities. I like that. And we have Sister Carolyn Shank from tuning in from Sacramento. Uh, there in Northeast California. Thank you, Sister, or Ate Care, as we call her. We're all hosts from Faith and Melody. I'm going to plug that in. Let's see. Sister Maria Dasmarinia says, hi, Sister Jillian. Depending on the activity, I'm happy to try a new activity with new friends. So maybe traveling with others, right? And seeing places and making friends. And then last, not last, but just one here, Brother Brian Torres, watching from Washington, D.C. Thank you, Kuya, for joining us. All right. Okay. So we're going to have this discussion and, and, uh, and hopefully our brethren will also engage here as well. So I'm going to ask the two of you, and just feel free to go ahead and answer. And if you have something that you want to share with one another, go for it. And so, how do you define your comfort zone? How do you define that? Because we all have it. We just don't really define it in terms. We know we're already in it. So uh, either of you, go ahead and pop in and say what. How do you want to define your comfort zone? Okay, for me, I'll start first. My comfort zone is I just wanna not do anything. Just um, I just want to do what makes me not agitated. What I don't want to go through anxiety. That's my comfort zone. Okay, that's an example of my comfort zone, and that's for real. And so, Sister Geraldine.
Yeah, for me, I can agree with that, Sister Flo. But for me, I think it's in the word something that I'm comfortable doing. So,
Yeah.
like for example, like it's like my daily routine, like waking up in the morning, going to work, doing the same job as I've been doing for a while now. So I think that's how I would define my comfort zone. And also, this reminds me of the movie I recently watched. It's like a duck and its egg, or like it's still a baby duck, like it's still an egg. And like when it's like a newly hatched, it doesn't know how to fly yet, so it's just going with its mom, like walking around, like eating and stuff like that. But then as we go more to our topic as well, and kind of like as the show, the duck learned how to fly. And it wasn't easy for the duck to learn how to fly, but it did. And I think that's an example of growing beyond your comfort zone. So from being like a baby duck to like migrating to other country for like survival.
Okay. Okay. I love that story. Okay. We have some relation stories here. And that's what it is. We will share, what we experience in life, and align it with what we're talking about. Sister Janice, describe your comfort zone.
So for my comfort zone, I think when I think about comfort zone, I think about being in a sense of comfort in terms of stability. And like Sister Geraldine had mentioned, was about, a sense of routine too. So I'm no longer feeling challenged either professionally, or I'm not having really high levels of emotion. It's just, very low stress, low anxiety. So it's very comfortable. But in that sense too, I'm not outwardly or actively looking for challenges or new opportunities too, because we just kind of settled into daily life.
Yeah. Yeah. Just your common routines every day, no change. Um, just go to work, go to school, come home, and kind of that, right? That's comfortable. So like we said earlier, it's a feeling of being safe and in control. For example, like, you know, both of you, or we all went through college, right? And we're we're home, and that's what we're doing. And so and so they're in a comfort zone in terms of um, here with our membership in the Church of Christ. We have different things that we do. It's like a part of our daily life. Like, we participate in the different CFO activities, and we perform our duties, and we're home. We're around people we're familiar with. So basically, comfort zone is a familiarity situation. Okay. So we're we're gonna go in and see what is why is it important to grow beyond the comfort zone that we're already in. Why is it important to all of us that we need to move away from the comfort zone? Sister Janice, let me ask you that.
So when we think about our comfort zone too, we're thinking about, a sense of accomplishment and challenge, and being able to say that we're actually actively trying to learn and grow and develop new skills. So oftentimes when we're thinking about comfort zone, we have to think also that life is trial and error. We learn a lot from what we can and cannot do, what we are and are not interested in. So sometimes if you're too stuck in your comfort zone, you're no longer trying to expand your knowledge. You're no longer trying to challenge yourself to be a better person every day. So when you don't actually go and challenge your comfort zone, trying to do new things, your life can become a little stale or lackluster, or even, again, we said routine. So it's really important to be able to step out of your comfort zone so you can continue to grow and learn. That's what makes life exciting. And when we were talking earlier about, making new friends, trying out new opportunities, that's definitely one of the reasons why it's important for you to continually pass your comfort zones, or else you're just not really gonna move forward in life too, right?
Yeah, what an important point. Um, being stuck in it, you're not making any kind of progress, right? I just wanted to share Sister Sadie saying her comfort zone can be her routine because I know what to expect, right? Being comfortable and at peace. Sister Sheila Stephan says, my comfort zone is away from her phone. That's a good one. And I do some yard work. So that's her comfort zone. We'll go do some yard work with her. Brother Warren Maneja says, the place where I take less deep breath. Um, he loves Oregon, which is why I stay on Oregon. Yeah. Thank you for that, Paul. Um, let's see. Sister Hazel, her comfort zone is when I'm at home with my family and my close friends and just being myself. Also, another comfort zone of mine whenever I'm at church, being close to God and at peace. We're getting some answers here. That's awesome. Keep coming. All right. For you, Sister Geraldine, I know you've you grew from in this comfort zone to what you are today? Why why is it important for you to grow from that comfort zone for you as a young teenager and growing young adult?
Yeah, I think for me personally, Paul, and I think for everybody as well, it contributes to personal growth. I feel like if I didn't move from the Philippines to the United States, like when I was 13 years old, I would just be kind of like doing my everyday routine, like meeting or talking to the same friends as I had in high school and stuff like that. But moving here in the United States, I learned how to adapt.
Hmm.
And I also, another major thing that changed in me is my confidence. Well, before I would describe it as being, used to just be my sister's shadow. So like I used to not talk to people. I'm like, I'm not scared of people, but I'm just like a very, very shy girl. So, like going out of your comfort zone, you have to, it kind of like what Sister Janice said, it challenges you to do more things that you're used to do than the things that you were used to do when you were in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think it's very important to go beyond your comfort zone,
Yeah.
to learn more things and kind of like so your life is not like stagnant.
Right. So
Yeah, and that brings up
may
to,
okay, go ahead, Sister Janice, go.
oh, I'm so sorry, Ate.
No,
Oh,
go.
like Sister Geraldine was mentioning too, it just brought up like we can miss out on so much opportunities too when we don't push past our comfort zone. So that's also a really great point. Like why we want to continually improve. It The goal is to get to that place of calm and peace and contentment, but until you reach that point where you've met all your goals, then yeah, definitely continue to progress and grow.
Yeah. Go ahead, sister. Go for it.
Yeah, so I would just like to add as well, kind of like growing beyond your comfort zone. Like when you're in your comfort zone, you trust yourself more that, oh, I can do this. Like this is easy. I've been doing this. But if you learn how to grow beyond your comfort zone, you take more challenges. You learn how to trust God even more. Like I'm not saying you don't trust God when you're in your comfort zone, but when you're, like when something is uncomfortable and you don't know how to do it, you pray to God, you ask for help because you know you can do it on your own. So I think that's another major important reason why we need to go beyond our comfort zone.
That's a very perfect point, Sister Geraldine. So, when you were moving here to the United States, what was one fear that you felt? Because already there, you guys are preparing to come here and stuff. Before coming to the United States, were you going through a part where you had fears of what's gonna happen?
Yes, for definitely. Because kind of like with, I would use this as an example, like with my friends, when I was in the Philippines, I moved from elementary to high school, but I never had to force myself to talk to people because, like we all spoke the same language. So you kind of like go in the class and everybody starts talking to you. But when I moved there to the United States, nobody knew how to speak Tagalog in my school, or like, like as how you would expect. So I was very scared to make friends. Like, oh, what if I don't know how to speak English? What if my grammar is wrong? What if they don't understand me? What if I'm alone in school? Or like, kind of like it was a very scary kind of like expectation, but because
Yeah.
there's a lot of expectations and
Yeah.
you kind of like everything is just in your head since you haven't experienced them yet.
So when you were feeling all these fears, because I'm sure it's scary, especially at your age when you came here, what did you do? You you know,
Not just me, but with my family as well, because we all moved here at the same time.
yeah.
We felt or we went to church. The first thing we did was, like find a church. And good thing we also have our relatives and family here and close to us. So
Hmm.
they helped a lot. We made friends at church, and we accepted duties at church, and instantly we felt like, oh, we belong now. Like we're not strangers anymore.
Yeah, I love that. And so it's a lot of prayers and a lot of pushing yourself to trying different things, right? When you're in that fear zone, you don't want to be in that fear zone too long. You got to find a way out of that. Okay. Well, that is a great discussion right there. So, I know for Sister Janice, who recently moved from Hawaii, right? Her comfort zone was Hawaii, right? Our land of aloha. But but it comes to a time when you need to move away from that and try something. Um, what did you do to do that, Sister Janice?
So moving away was a huge decision for me, but I always knew I wanted to explore the continental US. And it kind of all just fell in place. I prayed. I was feeling a lot of burnout from work. I just needed a complete change in life and just kind of like a reset. So
Mm-hmm.
I could have done that also in Hawaii, but again, my entire comfort zone was the entire island because I mean I was very active in church. Everybody knew me pretty much because of district events. And it's funny because I see a lot of people here in Oregon as well,
Yeah,
which
we
I
have Hawaii
absolutely
people.
love. We have a lot of Hawaii people, yes. But so I wanted to be able to move away to gain my own independence, but also to give myself a chance to heal and to work on my mental health and be able to just be closer to God as well. And one of the ways that I was able to do that was, you know, moving out of the house, allowing myself the opportunity to grow and to challenge myself to find employment here, get an apartment on my own. I changed careers as well
Wow.
midway after many years of being in education. But it's been a good move for me, and it's allowed me to really get to know myself a lot more. Being able to go through that fear stage and not knowing what to do, what to expect, and then becoming a better person because of it, and stronger in my faith even more. So it's
Yeah.
been all really good things. Yeah.
I can relate with you, Sister Janice, because I myself, um, I moved away from Hawaii, you know, over 11 years ago now, and
It
um,
feels like just yesterday though.
I feel like it. But I too went through a moment of like, I was kind of scared, like who's going to be my friends, what about work? And all my life I lived in Hawaii, and every day I knew the same people and all of that, and then we make this um, leap of faith to try a new state. um, that was scary, but if
Yeah.
you know how to find ways to locate a place of worship or a local congregation, that would be, for all of us, I would say, the first base to wanting to have some kind of familiar zone or familiar situation, right? And I totally,
Yeah.
it's
It's a
relatable.
built-in support system.
You create your
Finding
support.
members of the church.
Exactly. And we all did, the three of us did. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners as well. I just wanted to read from Sister Karen. She says it's important to grow beyond her comfort zone to gain more experience and explore new things, as long it is contributing to her positive growth and development as an individual, right? That is the goal. Um, let's also read Sister Sadie. She says it's story time. She says, when I decided to go to the university in the Philippines, and she did, I really took myself out of her comfort or my comfort zone, she says, because I wanted to grow up and learn how to be independent. It was scary, but I was able to do it, and she did successfully. And she also learned to speak Tagalog as well. So it was kind of like a swap for you, Sister Geraldine and Sister Sadie, because they went to opposite places. And so yeah, it's scary to make that really big change. And of course, when we go through that big change, when we feel scared, or we have fear that's, brewing in our mind, um, the one thing to do is pray and have your devotional prayers, because that's where we know that, God will help us through it. Um, are you for in activities? What are the different activities that you did? I know we said we want to travel, we want to make friends. Um, are there other activities or ways that that you can go beyond that comfort zone?
For me po, I think I would say I wrote it down. I said lead an activity because like being a leader is going beyond your comfort zone. Because when you're, I guess, when you're not a leader, when you're just following someone, you're not really doing anything on your own. So you're basically, oh, tell me what to do and I'll do it. But if you're a leader, you basically organize everything. You come up with plans. You talk to other people to make sure that the activity um, is successful. And I'm saying this because it's my experience. When I moved from the Philippines to the United States, I was never a leader. At church, in school, I was never a leader. And so when I moved here, I was approached to be the district Binhi president. And so that was way beyond out of my comfort zone. But, kind of like what I mentioned earlier, if it's something beyond your comfort zone, you learn to pray more, you learn to trust God more. And that's what I did. So I accepted the office. And now I would say that I learned so much from it. And especially my confidence. I was not like this before.
Yeah, and that's the one way to, conquer your fear, is do something, do something, and deal with that challenge. And that's where we are, in the learning zone. And so, that's the best place to pick up different skills. We've learned from our parents, like we said, we've learned from them to pray, and then, I'll ask God to lead us to where He wants us to go, in terms of holding offices and giving more trust to God. And it goes both ways, for us, the children, for the parents. We're all learning in this process, right? And so that leads us. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't ask Sister Janice. What did you do? What great activities did you do?
Oh, just to piggyback first on what Sister Geraldine said, I'm so inspired by what you shared. Like, I was a district officer for many years in Hawaii, and one of my favorite things is to hear young brethren like you taking office, like a district one, because it's a very large scale responsibility at such a young age. But what you'll find is when you're active in church and you're planning all these events and organizing, not only is it marketable skills for that can be applicable to any job that you take for the future, but now you'll be able to see too the brethren that you assist as other officers grow into their positions, because you now can pass on those skills and the leadership skills that you've gained, and then now it's just going to be a continual positive cycle from there. So I congratulate you, and I'm so proud that you stepped into the role. It's very daunting at first, but like you said, when you pray and you trust in God and you allow yourself the opportunity to push beyond your comfort zone, amazing things can happen. And then in terms of my own like activities that I do too, like just even getting a hobby or just committing to gaining a new skill. Like my newest skill that I'm working on is cooking. It's not going so well, but I am trying. Not only is it good for the budget, but it's actually tasty too. I've never really had to cook full on meals for myself. The men in our family are very fortunate, are wonderful cooks. But now that my dad is in the Philippines and I'm living on my own, that's one of the things that I'm working on. I did make lasagna soup the other day. I don't suggest it. It wasn't supposed to be that way, but it tasted very good. But it's a work in progress. But that's like what we said, you fear something and then you learn through the trial and error and you keep at it and practice and then you get better at it. And then eventually I'll be a master chef, I think. Give me 10 years and I'll cook for you at the flow.
You're doing a great job already, trying to do new things, getting out of that comfort zone. And yeah, like I can, like for me, I think I've grown so much from moving away from Hawaii. Of course, I grew a lot there in Hawaii, taking on different offices, which was a great jumping board for me to from Hawaii and to really refine the different skills that I already gained while I was there, and even doing way better and doing so many other activities. Who would have thought I was doing radio or even in multimedia? That was never in my plans when I moved here, but this is how we let God lead the way for us when we pick up duties like that. Just wanted to read a few more from our live chat before we go on to our last question in our discussion. And we've been having such a great discussion already. Our brethren is engaging there with our behind the scenes crew. So thank you so much. And I just wanted to say hello to Sister Lexi Aquesta, and of course, Brother Paulo Aquesta. Brother Paulo is our multimedia advisor. Sister Lexi is his beautiful wife, coming from Albany Eugene Group Worship Service, Roseburg Group Worship Service. Just wanted to point out that everywhere we in everywhere we go, especially if we had to move or we take a vacation, make sure we locate first a Iglesia Ni Cristo or Church of Christ congregation for us to worship. That would be the first thing you would do. So in there, you would find basically your instant family. Beaverton Locale was basically my instant family when I moved here. So it helps to have that. Just want to say hello to Brother Rael Katabay, Portland, and let's see, Sister Sadie said we should have had her on the show. When I try getting out of my comfort zone, I tell myself that it's okay to make mistakes and be awkward. Once you get over it, and the initial feeling, you realize that what you are doing isn't so bad. That is so true. We all make mistakes, but I think I want to change that thing about making mistakes. It's a learning moment. When you So the word mistakes cannot be in our vocabulary going forward. It's a learning moment for each of us. And so, also Sister Rowena Katabay, thank you, from Portland. She said, hours of being at church, performing your duties where you can talk to God and listen to his words is her number one comfort zone. So it's a different realm of comfort zone, right? Yes, worship service is our comfort zone. Okay, lastly, uh, what were your growth experiences after stepping away from your comfort zone, especially when accepting office or participating in church activities? We kind of touched that already in our conversation, but for those maybe just kind of hanging back and thinking, should I take a duty? No, I'm scared to take this duty. I don't know how. Oh, and believe me, I had all those questions when taking on a different level of duties, or even um, joining the different Christian family activities. Like, who am I going to see there? Oh, I don't know. I don't have friends. So share with our audience, Sister Geraldine and Sister Janice. What would you tell your fellow um, brother or sister, or even outside of the church, when they're trying to get out of their comfort zone and trying to figure out what they want to do? What would you tell um, to that person, Sister Geraldine?
What I would say is I became a INC radio host when I was Binhi. So that was I was under 18 years old, and again, I was a very shy girl, and who would have thought that what 5 years later, I'll be here hosting regularly in this our INC radio show, and also sometimes leading, like district activities, intern our regional activities with Canada district, with Alaska district. If you ask me, I would never imagine myself doing that, being in front of a lot of people. But so I would say that accepting a church duty and participating in church activities is one of the biggest help that you could get when it comes to gaining confidence and like learning or having new experiences. Because if I didn't say yes to Sister Flo when she asked me to be to help her with INC Radio, I don't think I would gain this much confidence. I don't think I'd be the person I am today. And with also the district Binhi president years ago as well, if I didn't say yes to that, if I didn't pray to God for that, if God didn't bless me with that duty, then I feel like I'd still be my sister's shadow. I'd still, like just say hi to everybody and leave and not stay there and talk with everyone. And because of that, I gained new friends. I gained friends that I didn't know I'd be friends with. Because sometimes if I think about it, I have friends that are like 10 years older than me, and like how do I do that? How do you do that? But like just from my experiences and from like going away from your comfort zone, that's how it helped me.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you, Sister Geraldine. I didn't realize I was taking you under my wing in INC Radio, but you've grown so much, way beyond that I thought, and you're doing such a great job. Um, Sister Janice, what would you tell someone that's super hesitant to take on anything, but they have potential? What would you tell her or him?
I think when I think about all the brethren that I've helped over the years, I was in education for a very long time, and even when I see students in church that are my students in school, like high school or even college, and seeing them take offices, it's very different because now I can see them grow not just in their faith, but also professionally and through their education, So if anybody is like hesitant in their abilities to hold an office, or even if it's time constraints, when we think about how busy our lives is, it's really easy to get overwhelmed and be kind of hesitant and committing to taking on a duty. But when you think about how much you get out of it in terms of your own spiritual growth, and again, you mentioned the support system, like being able to basically, Flo, you're a mentor to Geraldine. And like when we look professionally as a job, like we want mentorships. Like that's how we grow. That's how we, move past into like newer levels of management, leadership opportunities, like all of that. And when you have somebody there to assist you and to help you grow and to be able to soak in all that knowledge that they have to impart, like that's a great way for you to start off. Like just take one duty. You can choose whatever. And then there's so many duties to choose from here in the church too, not just with multimedia, but like TSB. If you're very tech savvy, that might be a good fit for you. If you have musical talents, we have the choir. There's so much. Even when we think about like organizing district events, like if you love organizing parties and things like that, it might be a good fit for you to join the CFO and help. We can do community services, community outreach projects. There's just so much. I'm sure everyone here can find something that they're interested in. Even if you just start off with one duty, you can gain so much out of it. So,
Yeah.
so, so much. And
I
I'm not
agree,
going to.
Sister Janice. It all takes just one duty, and that should be your jumping board to even way more, and doing so many great things inside the church. And so, like our theme inside the Iglesia Ni Cristo, Church of Christ, is people of God should continue to please Him, and this is one way to do it: is to get out of that comfort zone, go do great things, and help each other grow. You yourself allow yourself to grow. And so as we wrap up this part of our discussion, think of the things that we gain. We From the comfort zone, you add value to yourself, to others. You become a more positive aspect to yourself, to others, and what you can share to those around you. And this not only leads you to just here inside the Church of Christ, it helps those who are not members yet, and you can invite them as well and share your faith. And so there's so many ways to what to do when you get there, and you learn so much. And so let's have the courage to step out of our comfort zone, to experience new things and grow in the opportunities that presents themselves to us. The main thing is to trust God, to give us the confidence, and to continue to do His works and please Him. All right. We hope that this whole discussion has brought value to you, and very substantial information from all of us. We hope that all of you grow beyond your comfort zone. And so, coming up, our activities this weekend in the various locales, our children's worship service will be having INC, or English in Cristo, kids drawing and coloring tutorial. And the next activity, one of the biggest activity, we want to post that poster there, Kuya Tex, if you're able to. Um, we will have a district unity games, which is the bowling edition, and this will be at the Park Lanes Family Entertainment Center. This will be next week, Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. So be sure to go and speak to the leadership if you want to make a team to go to have the bowling, or to be part of the bowling with all the bowlers. Make a team, and that way we'll see everybody next week, Sunday. We're excited for this. And this is where we get to see and meet our brethren as well. We'd like to say thank you. Thank you first to our panelists who shared so much insights, our live chat, our avid listeners, our viewers. Your insights as well brings value to each other. And of course, to everyone that's joining us, we hope you enjoyed, as well as we'd like to say thank you to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our CFO Coordinator, SEBSI CEO and President, our brother Angelo V. Manalo. They continue to allow us to have platforms like this so that we can share our experiences, and we're grateful for this blessing here in our District of Oregon, and also the different platforms that we have on INC Radio. We'd like to thank every one of you who have joined us here on our program, INC Radio Oregon. Join us next week. We'll have another great episode. It is entitled Practicing Self-Kindness. And so we hope that all of you will come back to watch us again, and make sure that you have subscribed, and let your friends know to subscribe to INC Radio DZEM 954 on the YouTube channel. And so that way you can also live chat with us there during our program. Next up is INC Radio Alaska, and they're coming up in about 5 minutes. So that's the next program. We hope that you have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine that's happening right now. You all have a great weekend, everyone. Take care of each other. Bye for now. See you all next week.